In 2004, I helped transform this room and we went from mushroom-colored walls to a very on-trend butter yellow wall. We also addressed issues like exposed air conditioner and mismatched heating rads. The room was really asymmetrical and it was a bit of a challenge. When we did transform this room the first time, it was in House and Home and was quite on trend. The transformation of rooms has come sort of higgledy-piggledy, and colleagues of mine and friends have done various rooms in the house, and it's sort of interesting when you come back in. This room was exactly the same as it was 11 years ago. The room was a time capsule. It was sort of a bath of beige. We didn't want the room to feel too trendy because we've got a mature couple in the house. So we wanted it to feel sort of lived in, but it needed an update. Looking around, I decided that we didn't really need to change the built-ins that we had done last time. It was more about updating the palette. It was more about updating the furniture. It was just really about adding texture and some quiet luxury, little pops of color to make the room sort of interesting, but also quiet. The starting point of this room was the bed. It takes up most of the room, really. When you walk in, that's what you see. So that's where we had some fun playing with the texture and the colors. She replaced all her linens and we did a custom bed skirt which wraps around the bed, hides the frame. And we sort of layered it up with all sorts of pillows that, you know, kind of evoke a handmade feel, as well as a big, luscious throw with oversized pom-poms. We decided to do a headboard which allowed a little bit of pattern and a little softness. We also chose to sort of finish the bed off with a custom designed bench with an iron frame and a hide top. Again, it's just a little bit of texture that adds to the room and it just finishes off the bed beautifully. We replaced the bedside tables with pieces from IKEA, and then we've layered them with lovely mid-century classic lamps, which I think elevate the whole look. And there was a pine dresser in the room, which was perfect in the space, but we just painted it in a different color of white and changed out the hardware, and it works beautifully. We originally weren't going to replace the drapes. We tried to make it work, it just wasn't working with the vision, so at the 11th hour we tried to find an inexpensive option and came up with these great panels from the Pottery Barn which work really, really well. I think the most challenging part of the design was working with the honey pine floors. We couldn't obviously change them, so we just dove in and embraced them and layered them up with a big chunky sisal carpet, which kind of mimicked the color of the floor existing but softened it, and then laid another rug on top on an angle because the room is an odd shape. You know what was a challenge for me and what I thought was the most fun was working with the budget. We didn't want to spend too much money because the homeowner doesn't want to stay here forever. So there needed to be pieces created that could live in another house. So for example, the bench at the foot of the bed we thought would be great in the front hall in her new home. The lamps are classics. Those cushions could be on a couch. So that was a challenge and it was a fun challenge. It was fun to work on this bedroom again, to see it again with sort of fresh eyes. It's a bit of an honor to come in and to redo it again and see everything not have changed because she liked what happened last time. So hopefully for the next few years that she's here, she'll love this bedroom just as much.